Hey, what's up and hello? This is the Chris Nicole bringing you my views on life, love, and the world of entertainment through my eyes. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what time you are watching this live. Hello, crew. Hope all is well. Make sure you hit the like button on the way in. Aw, Leo, definitely replay gang is much appreciated. Hey, Leo, hope you have a happy Sunday as well. Hey, Teef. Hey, Celebrity Scandalous. How are you? You like this show? I know you like this show, girl. Yeah, this is my ratchet reviews on the love during lockups. Yes, definitely hit the like button on the way in. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it, you guys. Definitely follow Celebrity Scandalous. When I promote people, it's because I support them, they support me. So if I am telling you to follow someone, it's because they have been very, very supportive of me. Celebrity actually came randomly when I don't know what live it was, Celebrity, but she was just always so positive and so sweet. And it's the same when I go to her page. So make sure you support her. Hey, Mia, good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you are in the world. So this is my review. Child, this is my review on Love During Lockup. I think this is season 5, episode 56, and it's a very dematized, I guess I should call it. Oh, you're in Vegas. Mia, you in Vegas? How you like Vegas? GSP, what? Not you gotten the three amigos as your freaking thumbnail. The three amigos. Huh. Oh my gosh, you taking me back to my childhood, girl. Not the three amigos. Hey, Tracy, good afternoon. If I had to rate this episode, I would rate it a C minus. It was okay. It was okay. I feel like they have some stuff that's brewing. I'm just ready for it to actually like flow over and get us some good drama. But yeah, I would say a C minus. You guys let me know what you guys rate this episode. But with that being said, let's get started with this circus. So, MJ and Willie, I want to get them over with ASAP. Okay, because when I tell you this girl got some issues, she got some issues. And she kind of admitted to some of her issues this episode. So MJ, of course, is still in Utah and claiming that, you know what I'm saying, she came only because of her mother and her family. But let's be clear, she also came because of that freaking ex. I don't care what you say. She came because of that freaking ex. So with that, all of a sudden we hear him calling, "Hey, Joseph." Let me see. Episode definitely, it was lackluster. We retired here 3 years ago. I love it. I'm not a gambler. We love the weather. Yeah, if you're not a gambler and you don't get sucked into that world, it's great. But all I know, people from California who moved there, if they don't have the discipline, it's a problem. It is definitely a problem. Joseph, what's up? Hey, Veronica. But with that, she's literally on the phone and she's acting like a freaking kid, like a little girl. He's like, "We could rekindle something." And she's like, "Oh my gosh, you're so extra. Like, where is that coming from?" And I was like, girl, like seriously. She was even looking in the camera like she knows she was just a little too much on top of too much. And I'm just thinking, like, girl, when you giggle like that, it's because you haven't gotten over any feelings. Like, you giggle with him more than you giggle with Willie. And it definitely, though, seems like MJ needs attention really bad. And she admits that, but she also says Ami had a partying problem and he would like drink every single weekend. And that's why she left, because she didn't want to drink anymore and she didn't want him to be a bad influence. But honestly, that situation him and that's the only reason why you left. You didn't talk about infidelity. You didn't talk about him breaking your trust in a sense of, financials or anything like that. So that just shows you there is still a strong love there. You just wanted him to get his stuff together. That's all. That's really all you wanted. And so at that point, Willie calls her about how she's having cold feet about not getting married. And then the next thing you know, she's like talking about how she's so overwhelmed and she runs to her freaking Airbnb in the house to cry. And I was like, girl, there's something else going on that's deep rooted. This has nothing, absolutely nothing to do with Ami, with Willie. You need counseling. You need some help because this is ridiculous. Like though, and the fact that that's your other problem too. You juggling two men. I'm sure you are overwhelmed. I'm sure you are. And so when she started crying, I'm like, you brought this on yourself. What you crying for? I'm confused. You brought this on yourself. Even your own mother said last episode, I know you talking to both of them. You need to choose. So you bringing this on yourself. But she does admit that she hides herself. It's like she uses them to hide herself. And I said, see, she got some demons that she don't want to deal with. Because again, I stress to y'all, what 13-year-old starts drinking simply because they like the taste of alcohol? I'll wait. You know what I'm saying? Like alcohol doesn't give you a sudden high like substances. It takes a good amount in your system to give you some type of buzz. There's something deeper going on. And even though her father was around, with her father having 36 dang on kids, may have a lot to do with it. She didn't really have a strong father figure that was there for her. May have a lot to do with that. But I would love to really kind of dig into her freaking brain to see what's really going on with her. So with that, one of her brothers comes to see her and she's crying, which makes him emotional. And I was like, see, this is what I'm talking about. You could tell she is really close to her family. But I guess to save herself, she had to leave Utah because she had the alcohol issue. But at that point, they start talking. And of course, Ami comes up and she talks about the situation about her not wanting to drink, but she says she feels like a little girl around Ami. But when it's Willie, it's like, they're more on their grown person stuff. They on their grown, woman, grown man stuff. And I'm like, girl, bye. When you really like someone and they give you all of the tingles and the feelings and all of that stuff, you do act giddy. You do act like a little girl or even a little boy excited to see that person. So at the end of the day, you're trying to say you on some grown person stuff with Willie. You're bored with Willie. You're bored with Willie. You just temporarily use him to make you feel good, especially when he was like, who loves you, baby? Daddy. Who needs you, baby? Daddy. That all of that stuff with the big smile on her face is because in that particular moment, she feels loved. She feels needed. When really she need to love her damn self. That's what she really needs to love. But yeah, so honestly, her heart is with Omni. I don't even know why but she claimed that she loved Willie so much. Girl, you don't even love yourself. You don't even love yourself. So stop the nonsense. Even her own brother is not convinced. He's like, yeah, 13 years though. I'm just saying, yeah, I don't think that you're done in this situation. And I agree too. Like, you really need to decide and move on. But honestly, I don't think MJ needs to be with Ami or Willie. MJ needs to figure out why she has such a void in her life. And once she figures that out and she gets herself together, I think once she finds out who she is, automatically she's going to choose the right man for her. And it may not be Omni or Willie. How about that? It may not be either one of them. Hey, Vanessa. How are you? Yes, go back to Utah. She does. She does fall to pieces with her husband. She was so giddy. Only a man you like the exactly. Hey, Vanessa girl, she's like a child, yes. MJ wanted to see if she was hot enough to maintain this love triangle. I think it's more mental. I don't think it has nothing to do with the hot stuff. I think it's more mental with her. She got some deep rooted issues that definitely started when she was a child. I have never in my life heard a 13-year-old say they started drinking because they like the taste of it. Sorry, I ain't heard that. I think she is going to smash Willie. Hadn't she? Did she already? Did she already? I know they knew each other before he went in, but she hasn't? I don't know. We'll have to see. Omni still got that gift of gab over on MJ. Yeah, and it was a weak gift of gab. So that just tells you she just really liked him because all of that stuff he was saying was so high school. I was kind of rolling my eyes like, you falling for this stuff. But again, she's giddy because she loves him. That's what it is. Her brother looks like her twin. Yeah. They do. I wonder if they have the same mother and father. MJ literally got weak in the knees. That's why she could hardly speak when she go on the phone. All right, SWV. All right, SWV. Oh my gosh. Utah heifer. That's a hard 37. What's up, Alicia? How are you? So yeah, so I don't know, MJ, but I know there's definitely something more mental going on with you, and I'm really over it. But I do like the fact that she did kind of give us a little bit of what's going on, but we need more. We need more. And stop stringing both of these fools along. Like, honestly. Next. Because I will not wait until the end for them because they're on my last nerve. Hey, driven black girl. So yeah, Sam and Iller K, okay. So he hasn't heard from her for like a day and a half, or just a day, honestly. He probably should have just said the hours, because I know he knows the hours, the minutes, and the seconds. But he is saying that, he hasn't spoke to her. He doesn't know if something happened to her. Hey, Liz, if something happened to her or anything like that, he doesn't know what's going on. But what he does know is that she wanted to see him. And because of his schedule and him working crazy overtime and everything else, he just simply was like, I can't go. I can't do it. And since then, he hasn't heard from her, right? Now, at that point, that's when he goes to Rita to whine to her. Now, before he was like, I ain't got time to go see Rita, but he gonna find out from Rita what's going on with this crazy one over here. So at that point, he's in the car and he said, it's 6 hours out of my day to drive back and forth to where she is, plus another 2 hours. And he was like, that's just too much with me working. And I totally agree. It does make more sense. It's like she wants him to be the ATM and to be at her beck and call anytime she wants him. And the sad part about it is you're doing all of this, sir, and you even admit in this episode that you don't even really know if she likes men like that. Interesting. So you doing all of this and you married this girl and you don't even know if she likes cat or dog. Hmm. So at that point, he ends up going to Rita's house, okay? And he's like, Rita, have you spoke to her? And she's like, yeah, I mean, she's mad because she planned all of this stuff. And then you said that you were going to come. And then you changed your mind at the last minute. And he was like, I would have been up for 38 hours straight if I went to go see her. We're all adults here. She knows that for me to take care of myself and her, I have to work. And even Rita, you could tell Rita knows that Krystal is too damn demanding. She was like, well, yeah, I mean, and didn't you just see her? He was like, yeah, I saw her 2 weekends ago. And she was like, yeah, well, you do a lot. You try your best. And then she was like, well, do you think she's seeing someone else? Oh, well, Brittany is back. Brittany was Krystal's little thing in prison. Now let Sam tell it. She was just the freaky tales part of it. There was nothing else, nothing more, just strictly freaky tales. And so at that point, Rita says, well, a lot of them are gay for the stay. And he was like, yeah, but I know some of them are just gay because they're gay. And so then he mentions that there was another girl who wasn't just about the freaky tales, that she seemed to genuinely have a connection with this one. And it was a real relationship. And he doesn't necessarily know what Krystal is. Is she really for the men? Is she both? Or is she just strictly for the girls using his ass? So I'm thinking, like, you are just an idiot times 1,000. Like, there is really no nice way to put your freaking stupidity at this point and your desperation. But I will say this: it seems to me that he is becoming a little bit more agitated. Doesn't mean that he's going to leave her alone, but it seems to me he's being more vocal than what he was in the beginning. Okay. And so at that point, he's like, look, tell her to give me a call. All right. Tell her to give me a call. And she's like, well, all right. Somebody said, is Rita slow or just acting? Rita's old and Rita is tired. I wouldn't even necessarily know. Hey, Kashari, how are you? What's up, girl? I wouldn't necessarily know if she is, I guess, what we call mentally challenged. I just think that she's tired of the nonsense too. Like, seriously. So at that point, he gets in the car and he gets a call. Now, interesting enough, y'all know I'll be sitting up there looking at as many of the details as much as I possibly can. Who the hell is Kaylee? Did y'all notice when Krystal called him Kaylee, the name Kaylee popped up? Who's Kaylee? Is that Krystal's real name? Y'all let me know, because I was a little confused. So when he picks up the phone, he's like, who is this? And she was like, yeah, that's what I want to know. I want to know, who is this? Because the Sam I know and the Sam that I love wouldn't treat me this way. And he's looking like, oh, here we go with this nonsense. You said you were going to come and you didn't come. That's not true. Oh, it's not? Did you come? Did you come? And he kind of gave like a look like, no, I didn't. And what? He kind of had that look like what? Like his eyebrows got all high. He was like, no, I didn't come. So then what do you call that? And then the episode goes off. And I'm like, okay, he started to talk back to her too. Hopefully, Sam, you're getting tired of her nonsense, because let's be clear, she needs you. You don't need her. If you decide to give her the silent treatment like she gave you, she would lose her mind, because you are her ATM. You're her ATM. So maybe you need to play that silent treatment with her, or better yet, maybe you just need to leave Texas and take your ass back to Washington. That's what I think you need. That's what I think you need. Hey, Shayla. I don't know, but if y'all see, as y'all can see clear as day, that said Kaylee. And I said, who the hell is Kaylee? Who is Kaylee? And why is her name popping up on there? I'm a little confused. Sam makes me want to work out and get my life together. Yeah, he definitely looks like he does not work out. He just pretty much works, eats, and sleeps. He looks so sweated out this episode. I took a shower this episode because I felt nasty. Hey, Kashari. Sam needs a shave, home-cooked meal, and a clean ass. He looks rough and raggedy. He looked like he don't have time for himself at all. And then you got the audacity to play the silent treatment on him because he don't want to come see you after working a 24 plus hour shift. Rita ain't got time, right? She dropped that little bombshell. She sure did. It's Brittany, bitch. For real. Rita is old as dirt. I want to know how old Rita actually is. I'm kind of curious at this point. He needs to leave her alone. Seriously. Yeah, uh-huh. Who is it? Rita really wants Sam to be her man. That would be hilarious. And the crazy part about it is I could see him. I could see him being with an older woman. I really could. Her name is Krystal Kaylee. Kaylee Krystal. I don't know. I don't know. Hey, y'all know you didn't miss much. What's up, Willie? She said, I got ready for you. And I was like, what did you get ready to do? Like, I'm confused. Is getting ready in prison like taking a shower and maybe like having someone, I don't know, put some rollers in your hair? Like, what does getting ready mean? I'm confused. Child, he got the expression of, I can't do this. I made a huge, and I'm hoping he realizes that, because he did seem a little bit more fed up. In every episode, he seems more frustrated, like he can't do this. She probably made him add the whole bunk to her call list. Who knows? Because I was just like, who is Kaylee? He looks exhausted from dealing with her. Yeah, absolutely. He does look kind of stank. I think Sam is the type of person who's hard to break emotionally, but the moment he pops off is scary. Yeah, the way he sass at Krystal gives me that his patience is getting shorter with her by the day. And I hope, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Lipstick, hair, makeup, shower. Child, and if she in the shower with Brittany, we know she was probably doing before she would get a visit anyways. You don't care about that man. I bet Rita only 50. That's what I'm saying, Kashari, which by the way, Chris Club, Kashari. But yeah, I don't know if she's that old. She may look older, but I don't know if she's that old. Let me put on my prison mascara, right? Which is what? Probably like a pencil melted down or something, and they use that as mascara. Because are they allowed to have makeup in the prisons? Because I'm assuming some of those things can be created to be used as something else. So I don't even know. But what I know is that I am hoping that before this season is over with, because for some reason, if this is the same day, because remember that's supposed to be the same day as her parole hearing. If the way she's talking, it sounds like she got denied. It sounds like she got denied, because at that point, she would have had to know, I'm assuming, or maybe this is right before she goes in. But I'm hoping if he finds out she's denied, he denies access to him and he gets out of Dodge. Like he gets back to Washington and he becomes his self that he was years ago, apparently. Because let his friend tell it, he was a wild boy back in the day. Get back to your wild boy nature. Get back to your wild boy nature. Hey, Brenda B. The lawyer already warned him. I don't know if that lawyer even spoke to her, but the lawyer warned him, you need to take care of yourself first, and you pretty much stupid dealing with this dang on girl. So yeah, I don't know. I don't remember if they said what her age was. I don't remember if they said it. Maybe they did, but I just know she looked frustrated. They use magazines to get the color for makeup. Very creative. Do they even, you talking about like the samples that they used to have? Do they even have magazines? Or you talk about they melt down the colors of the magazines to create makeup? Yeah, one thing about prison, they get super creative. And as much as we are completely disgusted about how they make certain things and hooch and wine and all of this type of stuff, for whatever reason, whatever they do and eat, it preserves them, because some of these people be getting out after 20 years and look like they looked even they look healthier since they've been in prison versus when they was out. And I'm not even talking about people who were into substances. It's something about all of those preservatives or whatever they use that keep them intact. Girl, prison has evolved. They can have a lot of things that they can purchase in the commissary. I'm just wondering, like pencils and stuff like that. I'm going to assume that they can, but who the hell knows at this point? And I guess it depends on what type of facility you're in too. Like federal or, high maximum security. Plus he's an EMT. That's a draining job, right? Instant coffee for makeup. I think I saw that on one of them shows, 60 Days or something like that, instant coffee for makeup and how they use certain things. Hot chocolate for foundation. But what if that's not your tone? Well, how do they lighten it up? No sunlight. Yeah, they scrape the color off the page and mix it with water. Child. That still sound like torture to me, but I guess they got to make it the best they possibly can up in there. But moving on. Jakeema and Donnie. First of all, kudos to her for trying to give these people publicity and give their dance studio publicity, because you're not going to be able to convince me this was an actual legit class. Sorry, that looked like extras who wanted to be on TV, and a girl that Jakeema barely even knew, if she knew her at all, who was just playing the role. And baby, when I tell you I laughed my ass off at this production scene when she was like, yeah, you bad, look in the mirror, yeah, let's do it, walk. I was like, what the hell is this? This is a real class? They not breaking a sweat. What is going on here? I was like, next thing you know, she gonna be talking about spirit fingers. What is going on? All I saw was some nonsense, some walk-ins, and some little booties twerking. That's all I saw. I just said, what? No, absolutely not. This is a hot freaking mess. But I guess they was trying to show that they was having a good time, child. But with that, hey Pam, with that being said, Donnie calls her, right? And so, interesting enough, of course, she's at this freaking class and Donnie calls. And then she gets the call and he plays stupid, of course. And she was like, where you at? I'm at this place. It's called Neosac or Neoic or something like that. And I'm like, sir, at this point, you know what facility you in. Don't they let you know that information as soon as you come in where you're at? Like, just stop the BS. And then she was like, and how far away is that? And he's like, it's further away from where I was. She said, and how far is that? He says 3 hours. 3 hours. Hey, Daisy, it was fake. Like, yeah, look in the mirror. You bad. I was like, what is this? That's what the stripper girl said on the previous season. The damn struggle dance class looked like it was it. I'm telling you, she is just she's just worried to see him. Wow, exactly. The spirit fingers, jazz hands, spirit fingers. So, but at that point, she was like 3 hours. And then she was like, well, how long you gotta be there? For like 8 months. And she was like, why is my name in my cash app in this when it comes to substances? I'm trying to figure that out because you just receiving legitimate rent money. Donnie, like seriously, and I don't know if Jakeema is really stupid or playing stupid. Let's be clear. Let's just say if you did have a house and you were getting legitimate money from that rent, from getting money to pay for the for her rent. Let's just say if that was a legit house. The problem is if you were in dealing with some crazy BS, some illegal BS, they're gonna look at everything. They're going to look at everything, including stuff that you claim is legitimate. They're going to investigate every single thing. So when I'm like, you have to think she's stupid. But then again, yeah, you have to, because I would say she is leaving everything she knows to move to Ohio where she knows no one with her 2 boys just to be closer to you so she can try to visit you. And if it ain't a big sign that you need to go home because now he's further away and you can't visit him at all, I don't know what other sign you need. And he like, I ain't do nothing wrong, but I would never put you in a situation you full of shit. Her name is something. I wouldn't be shocked that they investigating her now. So what he claims is when he speaks to production is that he claims he graduated from high school, went to college. He didn't say he graduated from college, but he said he went to college. And he said, and no one would hire him. Now, let me be honest. I have heard these stories before, especially in the past 5-10 years, especially the past 5 years. People have been saying that even with their degrees, even graduating, they cannot find a job. So I'm not going to sit up there and say he's lying about that, especially depending on where you live, the economy. But at the same time, you don't choose to go that route to make money. Like at this point, especially in this day and age, there's other ways to make money. And then worst case scenario, could you have left and gone to another city or state where family is, where there's better job opportunities? So, I can't really have sympathy for you in this situation because it seems to me you had the discipline to finish school and go to college. What the hell is wrong with you? So, with that being said, he tells production he didn't do nothing illegal, but he's on a recorded line and he doesn't want to say anything, especially to Jakeema. So that sounds like to me you did something you wasn't supposed to do. Hey, miss. That's what she was doing, acting like she was about to do spirit fingers. Like, seriously, it was crazy. There is no way I would uproot my children for an inmate. I hope she's not doing this for fame. I hope not either, because you don't have that many people who are breakout stars on these shows. Like, they are relevant that season, and then we don't care about them after that. At least I don't. I don't be sitting up there really trying to follow these people. That's what the gossip sites are for, that do follow everybody from Love After Lockup. That ain't me. By the time they gone, I don't think about them, child. Trust me. The only time that I think about them is when people bring stuff to me. Like Shayla brought something to me about Crazy Eyes that I told you about, the one that was from upstate New York. Crazy Eyes. I told y'all that food was crazy. What was his name? Anthony. She was given too many lead lollipops as a child. Y'all remember when folks would be practicing their dance routine so they can perform it at the house party the next day? That's what the scene was giving me. And it was a horrible scene because when people was practicing they freaking dances for the house party, they was doing it full out. You about to DM me? Okay. If they say they done exactly. Oh, but you gonna tell me what you got me caught up in? Right. Some may think they will end up like some on 90 Day Fiance, but even those couples don't have right. It's very rare. You know what I'm saying? It's very, very rare. That's what I'm like. If you think you about to get famous, but again, just a little bit attention for people is a lot. Hi, Denise. I didn't know how much this show drains me. You know what? You got to be very careful, which is why I only could do so many reality shows. And I had to pick which ones that my crew typically likes more and is engaged with more, which is why I stopped some of the shows that I did, because it will drain you. It will drain you. I think you're talking about the same thing that Shayla is talking about. So you guys, I'll just say it really quick. Remember Anthony, and I called him Brother Muzone, like Brother Muzone from The Wire. Apparently homeboy is, which I don't even know if it's shocking, that apparently he was meeting men on Grindr. Okay, he was meeting men on Grindr and wasn't using protection, allegedly. That was the one that he was with, the girl who, kind of dressed all over the place, if you ask me. Pretty girl, but they were dating at one point when they were in high school, and they came back and he ended up allegedly biting her on her back when she was trying to take his phone. Y'all remember? And I told you something ain't right in his eyes, and he was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, in my opinion. Well, apparently, he likes the mans, and he was on Grindr, and apparently he doesn't use protection, allegedly. So that's the big allegedly situation. I just don't see that as a big scandal. That's not them. That guy's name was Anthony. His name was Anthony. Wasn't it? I think his name was Anthony. But yeah, his name was Anthony. But yeah, I don't know if a guy or a woman who's been in prison for years, is it really a scandal to find out that they bumping and grinding with the same gender? I don't know if that's not I don't feel like that is a ooh moment. Now, the no protection is a definitely nasty ass moment, that's for sure. But I don't know if that is something that gives me the oohs and ahs anymore. You know what I mean? Like, you've been in jail and you keep going in and out of jail too. Is it possible? Yeah. Now, I don't want to put that on every single person. I do believe there are men and women who are straight in prison and they can keep it very disciplined. You know what I mean? Or they possibly messing with, a different gender who shouldn't be messing with them, like PO or something, allegedly. But yeah, I just don't think it's a big ooh, did that happen? Like, child, please. I feel like a lot of them be doing that. But yeah, they all look like they smell like garbage truck juice. Yeah, moving your kids behind a man is crazy to me. Absolutely. Yes, the mama looked like Rick James. Yes, y'all remember him. She got the fake exactly. See, y'all remember. Y'all remember. Hey Danielle, what's up, Chris Club? Ew, yes, exactly, exactly. Yes, Anthony and Sheree. Correct, correct. Hey, T Pretty. Oh, you at work. I appreciate you listening. Yes, Anthony and Sheree. That's the crazy part of him. No protection. And he was child. But we ain't gonna put that stigma out there that coughing equals to something else. But I just hope one thing. I hope Sheree was using protection. I'll tell you that. That's what I hope. I'm hoping. Not sure if you already said this, but Anthony, exact. Oh, yeah. Well, he was in and out. Didn't by the time they had finished their season, didn't he already go back twice after that? So he was already like, because he even went back or had to go back after their little fight incident and he allegedly bit her. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Make sure you hit the like video on the way in. He was gross. He took Sheree's choice away from her. Yeah. But I told y'all there was something wrong with him. And I'm not talking about something wrong. I'm talking about like something wasn't right. Like something was not right with him. His eyes were lifeless. Even his whole demeanor. That's why I called him Brother Muzon from The Wire, because he literally had that scary vibe about him that he keeps the same facial expression and you don't know if he's about to hug you or shank you. So yeah, he definitely absolutely not. Absolutely not. So he was grown. Oh, we got 16, but we got 52 people. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. Hit the like button. And you know oof. I hope not. I hope not. Like, y'all gotta be careful. Y'all gotta be careful, even if the man or the woman hasn't been to prison. But when that happens, I don't care what they tell you. You need to be mindful. You really need to be mindful. But I know they be claiming they need to have them needs served ASAP, but you may want to get tested before you do anything. Yeah, it was very creepy. Very creepy. He needed to get back to there's free booty out of the prison. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's booty out there too. He just mentally, I don't think he can break away from the system. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just think he was one of those. But anywho, back to Jakeema and freaking Donnie, child. So with that being said, he tells production, yeah, that he didn't do anything illegal, but he's not talking to Jakeema about it. Now, Jakeema says she's so upset. She's so upset that she don't want to talk to him no more. Now, y'all stare at this picture really quick for me. Now, I am not the most like computer tech savvy person in the world, but look at this picture with her holding the phone, right? When she tells him, I can't even look at you, I can't even talk to you no more, before she clicked the button, we see this one. We see this picture before she hangs up. Let me go back. You see him there with a different background, right? Then all of a sudden you see this picture. Back. This picture. Y'all help me understand what the hell is going on here. Was this two different scenes and they was trying to make us feel like, we didn't know what the hell was going on? Because I'm confused. I'm really confused. I saw that immediately. I said, wait a minute. This looked like a whole different face almost. A whole different hair. I said, what's going on here? And I said, do they think that we stupid? So maybe this was two different scenes and they just thought that we wasn't going to catch it. But, Nicole catches a lot of shit. So, yeah, I'm going to need for production to get it together. I'm going to need for them to get it together. And before she even hung up, I said, so did they just put a picture up there as if she hung up on him? I'm confused, but I'm going to need for y'all to get it together, honey. Let's do it before and after. This is what she was so-called talking to him. And then when she said that she didn't even want to talk to him and she was about to hang up because she was just so done with him, this is the picture that popped up before she clicked off. Yeah. Can't fool me. You can't do it. She came out and said it was an acting scene, and if we believe it, okay, don't they all say that, child? This show is so fake, bruh. Her baby here distract me. Tired of them playing in our faces. I'm so confused, ain't we all? I didn't notice that. I'm telling you, did he put his up trying to be? I don't know. But what I do know is that production needs to stop playing with us. We can pause things, we can record things, and yeah, this was definitely off for me. Hey, Kisvet Creativity. Yeah, I saw that, but I said it's just me being slow. No, honey. It was you picking up on the BS. That's what it was, honey. So moving on. Now, rumor has it, Rob done already cheated on Tia. Are we shocked? As much as I would have hoped a happily ever after, this man who on the physical side is very attractive, muscles, all his teeth, smooth skin. Nope. But whoa, now I didn't see that part. People be sending me stuff, but DV on who though, Pam, allegedly? Who is the DV on? Who is the DV on? He's to me, he's very cute. He's very cute. He got the height and everything. He's very cute. The thing is, he knows that he's cute too. Oh man. You know what? I don't even know if that shocks me. And here's why. We all know that women who are often in DV situations, they tend to keep attracting men who are prone to do that. They attract them. I don't know what it is, but they attract those type of men. So I'm not shocked. Of course I don't condone that. Absolutely not. I don't condone it. I don't condone DV on either side. Everybody should be keeping their hands to themselves. But remember, she talked about her own DV situation prior, and she wasn't over it. Wow. So we're talking about the one that they were just in for this show when he got released. I wonder if they're going to show a little bit of this on the show, because the next episode, they arguing and he says, watch your tone. I'm sorry, but I have an issue with men who say, watch your tone. I don't know. I don't know if it's a trick, but I feel like a man, even if a woman is emotional and upset, saying, watch your tone, I just feel like it is coming off as if you better do this or else. When a guy says, watch your tone, like I can understand him talking to a child like that, but an adult, it does come off like you need to do this or else. So, okay, well then, but is he back in prison? So here's the thing about this. That man wasn't even out for a good 24, 48 hours. And if he was willing to do that soon, yeah. And that's why I said physical, on the physical level, he's attractive. That's all I can say. And the physical don't mean nothing if you have a man that will drain you spiritually and everything else. You know? Remember, her grandma was so scared for her. Which grandma? Oh, you talking about, okay. You talking about Tia. I was like, which, yeah, but she just was scared being a normal grandma, hearing that she was dealing with a guy in prison. I think that's normal. That's the norm. But yeah, when you have a man that handsome and fit, you have to be realistic, like he's going to be outside. Do you think that's in general, whether Tia was big or not? Like, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like there's still what I call a fatphobia, or a stereotype when it comes to big people, that because Tia is bigger, that some people, I'm just saying, some people may feel like he's too good physical wise for her, when there are men who actually do like bigger girls. I just wonder if Tia was a size 2 and was fit like him, would certain people, you know what I'm saying, feel a certain way about him cheating and everything else. Now, granted, in my opinion, anytime you want to get on these shows, there got to be something wrong with you if you sitting up there dealing with these prison bays like this. There has to be an insecurity, a void, or something about you. So whether you small or you big, to me, you gotta, there's somewhat of a train wreck situation there, emotionally, at least. He was telling her that while he was locked up, telling her what? Oh, production called it. Yeah, apparently they did. So I guess we about to see a big situation that's gonna happen, which is gonna tell me they're not gonna be on the show again, because after that, they don't want the liability. They don't want the liability. No, they were smiling together. See, and this is what I'm talking about. And this is what I'm talking about. I don't think he's missing teeth. I think his teeth are just crooked. I think his teeth are just crooked. If that happened, production needs to pull them from the show like they did Nathan and Skylar. I think production needs to get smart with that. They may get their ratings for this season on it, but remember when I was saying they probably could be people who would come back for another season because of the family dynamic involved too. Her cousin and Rob's sister are married and all of that. I think they would have made for good TV, but after that, it's probably gonna be a done deal. That mouth is nasty. Make sure you guys hit the like button. She probably sat up and told him about her dating past, and he still did the same thing anyway, because it's probably in him. It's in him. If he did that to her, it can't be the first time he's done that to a woman. I'm sorry. Like, it can't be. It can't be. You know what I'm saying? Now, keep in mind also, Tia seems to have a very snappy attitude, and how she'll go off too. Did she put hands on him? Again, DV, I don't respect it either way. Now, granted, we clearly know that the man is stronger, but did she also put hands on him? Which is why in her dysfunction, she think it's cute, and he probably was like, well, you put hands on me first, and she just tried to chalk it up and keep moving like it didn't happen. Either way, hell to the no. Coming off a long bed, he was going to be outside regardless of her size or looks. True, very true. Tia gives me that's added weight. Tia gives me that she been a big girl her whole life. But it could be, but she seemed to be, she been a big girl. She been thick her whole life. Maybe not as big, but she's been thick her whole life. Right. And the DV cycle continues. Tia is emotionally unstable. She's not ready for any relationship. She's not. She cry almost every episode. I don't want to victim blame, but she still got a lot of growing up to do. I wanted to out of her. Okay, I can't say that out loud, cause sorry, but I feel what you saying. But she does have, she's snappy with it. So I don't put it past her to sit up there and put hands on him too. I hope she didn't. Either way, they don't need to be doing that to each other. But the fact that allegedly something like that happened and they were smiling in the hotel the next day, and where was her cousin and Rob's sister? He gets a pass on the teeth. The muscles cancel him out. Rob's sister knows more than she is. Yeah. Cause he's 32. Hasn't he been in there for at least 10 years? Wasn't he going in and out since he was like 18 years old? She doesn't know how to control her emotions. She doesn't. We've seen that. No, men love thick women. I'm one, but he works out and seems to be very into his physique. Those men to me may want a woman that works out too. Yeah, but I actually have seen some that actually like thicker girls because they do like them because they don't want muscle on muscle, if you know what I mean. Or I've seen where they have this thing where, you know, they love who the girl is and they'll work out with her. You know, I've seen it. And I'm not talking about I'm talking about the man got his stuff completely together and he just loves that woman. He takes care of her. So yeah. Well, I that DV situation though, it definitely, person says she was screaming for help and he brought her back into the room by Whoa. Okay. I don't know how much they're gonna show us this season, but I definitely want I want an explanation. She seemed like the type that she seems like she would. Mind you, T is allowing this man's behavior around. Right. And I'm hoping she wasn't around. I'm hoping she was with the cousin and the sister. But at this point, I need to know, are any of them, I know you guys would know, are any of them on Instagram? Is anybody getting any updates on them? Because damn, I would need to know, because let me tell you right now, if they still together, I can't even rock with that. He is not cute, and I don't care why she's around him at all, but you know how these folks that go on this show are. Well, I mean, everybody has, you know, beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. I think he's attractive. Some people have said they don't think that he's cute. Either way, the DV should not be allowed. It shouldn't be allowed. Remember that one episode she said she would, yeah. And that's the episode where she said, you gonna be out here with the birds, and tossed her phone like a cornball in like the grass or the dirt or whatever and walked into the house. And she said she was gonna flip out. So she definitely seems like the type that will take it there. No, it shouldn't. She needs to leave him alone. They need to leave each other alone. You haven't even been out for a week yet. I don't even think it would have been 24, 48 hours. And that occurred? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And the next episode, it looked like she was complaining about how they haven't seen each other in a year, because I guess they only have been dating for a year. And he kind of chucks and laughs at her, and she gets pissed off, like, you laughing in my face. And I'm like, girl, because let's be clear. This is what happened going into the T and Rob's segment for this show. You know, they was trying to get their freaky tails on. And of course, she was acting like a kid in a candy store, all excited or whatever. Even was having a moment where she cried in a damn confessional. And I'm like, girl, you doing too much. You giving desperation at this point. You know what I'm saying? You don't ever let a man see you sweat like that. So, you know, they getting their little freaky tails on, baby. And shady ass production literally says 20 minutes later, 20 minutes later, the family coming down the hallway, knocking on the door. All right. And so they was too busy trying to get, they little freak on. And at that point, they had to hurry up and get themselves together. So when she opened up the door, honey, she was a little sweaty. Her wig was shifted. And she was like, y'all could have waited or whatever the case may be. But the family came in. And of course, the cousin and stuff was like, what y'all doing? What was y'all doing? Y'all nasty or whatever, right? So then the guys go outside. All the guys go outside and the women stay in there. And she told myself, oh, it was so good. Girl, you are in front of his sister. I think the daughter was somewhere around there. I was like, you are doing a little too much. You doing too much. But again, that comes from where it comes from. And she said, honey, that that gotta be your person, because the way that Rob was kissing on her and touching on her. And I was like, baby, he's doing that because he hasn't felt or touched on a woman in years. Don't assume because he's doing that with you that's because that's your person. Nah. I would say it's because it's been a very long time. But with that being said, one thing that he did want to share in that confessional was he got tricks and trades to make sure he know how to handle business. Baby, he said that, and it wasn't for Tia. Wasn't for Tia. He wanted to let all the ladies out there know that he can get down. He probably wanted production, females in the back of production behind that camera, to also know. Okay. So I was like, he wanted to make sure that. And then the fact that she confirmed how good it was, baby, you set yourself up. You set yourself up. Like, I don't care how good it is. You don't make an announcement about how good it is, especially on national TV. Feel what I'm saying? So with that, honey, she sits up there and sees that he's spending time with the family. He taking pictures with his brothers out on the balcony that she paid for, rented for. He having a freaking little Chipotle bowl because he said he was craving that, which tell me he hadn't been in there for that freaking long if he was craving freaking Chipotle bowls. But with that, he said he was craving that. And then Miss Thing, in all of her immature glory, is annoyed and upset that she don't have no one-on-one time with him right now. And she decided to go in the bed and sulk and literally look at that stank face she got. She pissed off. She want everybody to leave. Mind you, all his brothers are there. His sister is there. His father is there. His little niece is there. Girl, give yourself a minute. Give yourself a minute. She could pass for a 16-year-old mentally, yes. I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. She is childish. Yes, please like the video. Nasty work. Hey, C-Don. Hope all is well. Still the ladies' dream. What you talking about, Rob? Yeah. Not GSP. He sure didn't. I will never understand. It ain't never that deep. You claim it's been 2 years. You can wait 2 more hours for him to wash that funk off of him. Now, ain't nobody trying to tell him to go on no freaking steamer and steam his booty hole, like someone else did and made him look like he was a simp. But yeah, shower. Both people seem so classless and ratchet. Hey, you are entitled to your opinion over here. Put her daughter to the side for some. I am saying. Yeah, he straight up said guac sauce. I was like, guac sauce, sir, it's just guacamole. It's just guacamole. That's why her G-Mom was worried. She know this girl is not ready. Yeah, she senses it. And she probably knew she was going to hop into one bad relationship to another. But I think her here in prison just knew it was about to be one bad situation to another. Yes, Rob. I mean, look, physically, like, Rob is not, he's easy on the eyes, but I don't care. there's too many situations out here where women go for these men because of the physical appearance and they ain't shit. And they will literally destroy your life. So, yeah, that again, that's why I said physical, he looks nice. I can't say anything else. And based on what we hearing now, he definitely, that's the only thing you could say about him. Now I want some sour sauce. I mean, cream sauce. I mean, sour cream. Fridge press, childish, exactly. He needs a yoni steam. Like, no, he don't. Oh my gosh. I was like, oh, that was so, oof. Can you imagine a man sitting on a yoni steamer? Like, come on. So you done gave up on Troy T. I don't know why production be so slow to get out of the room every time a couple's about to have freaky tales. No, they do it on purpose. That's their little thing. They tell them to start making out and then they tell them to kick out production, throw something at them or whatever. That is literally, if you notice, there's a reason why. That is the production scene. They probably tell them, make out or act like you're about to make out and then kick us out. Go to the clinic, show proof. Exactly. My heart is for Jakeema. She knew wisdom. Exactly. She's too insecure. He doesn't seem worth it at all, looks or not. Well, let's be clear. A man who will put hands on a woman too is also insecure. We're not gonna put that she's the only one insecure. If a man has to go there and DV, if he has to do that type of stuff, then he also has some issues and insecurities too, for sure. He definitely has issues. Chorizo last year got that man smelling like hot dog water sitting on that young. Oof, gee, oof. Oh my gosh. Oof. Anywho, but yeah. So with that being said, over for her. She's very, very, very insecure. She seems a little emotionally unstable, and that is with the tears, with the anger and everything else. But just because we see Rob being so more smooth and acting like he don't have to raise his voice, don't mean that he ain't unstable either. Didn't I just mention Anthony? Did Anthony ever raise his voice? Anthony acting like he didn't have any emotions at all whatsoever. We see what happened with him and that Sheree girl. So yeah. So with that being said, let's move on to our last couple, the Hunt and 2Ks. Yeah, they do. They do. And make sure you guys hit the like. Sunflower Love, are you new here? For those who are new, let me know in the chat if you're new so I can greet you properly. He got you are a mess. That picture looks like a floated head. He needs to lay on the lady couch 3 times a week. The dream team. Hot mess couple, hot mess throuple. With that being said, the Hunt and 2Ks, child. So y'all help me figure this out, because again, I don't know if production is doing this on purpose or what's going on. But with that being said, we have Hunter calling Kate, okay, and claiming that a sugar mama literally had one of his neighbors try to how can I say it? Whoop that ass, maybe. Yeah. So, oh, you're new here. Oh, welcome. Are y'all watching? Welcome to the Chris Crew. So she was like, yeah. So he said, yeah, babe, this guy came to me or whatever the case may be and was like, do you know this woman? And said she wants me to take care of you or whatever. And she's like, oh my gosh. Like, you have to tell someone, like, this is crazy. And he was like, yeah, like these women are crazy, babe. Now, again, I still have not seen him tell Kate that he has 30 to 60 more days. Have y'all seen it? Have y'all seen it? He told Kaylee that. He didn't tell her that. So again, I'm still confused as to what's going on here. But he tells her about this situation and still hasn't said, I have 30 to 60 days. So she's like, oh my gosh, you need to tell someone this is serious and, you better be lying to me or whatever. So she's like freaking out, I guess, if that's what she calls freaking out, because even after that phone call, she kind of still stayed in the pool and kind of sunbathed. But yeah, so with that, hey, I said hi to you earlier, Daisy, didn't I? I'm sorry if I didn't. But yeah, so at that point, she's like, oh my gosh, like this is just getting too deep when it comes to these sugar mamas. So then at that point, again, I don't know his angle. I do feel like we're purposely hearing he's telling these women different stories for a reason. Okay. So I don't know why he told her that story. We don't hear him tell Kaylee that story yet about this other woman. He's told Kaylee about the 30, 60 days and telling Kate something else. We're going to figure it out on why he's telling these separate stories. But they both end up going to attorney offices, and production is crazy for this. They got them going to two different attorney offices. Now, what would have been more crazy and good for TV is that they both went to the same damn law firm and just talked to two different attorneys. That would have been great for TV. Production, take notes. Take notes. That would have been a perfect situation. Yes. And the attorneys would have been like, what the hell is going on here? But with that, they end up going to different attorneys. Kate goes to a freaking attorney. And I'm sorry, just the way that he looks, he just totally gives. He totally gives liar. He totally gives all of that. That is my opinion. But again, I don't even know how they could take this man seriously at all. But with that, they end up going to these damn attorneys, and both of them look cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. So at that point, the attorney, well, first of all, I don't like the fact that Kate seems proud about signing him up for these damn websites. Have y'all noticed that when she talks about it, she truly makes it seem like this was a big accomplishment for her? Like, so I'm putting him up on these websites, to have these sugar mamas so, he can have some money. Ma'am, that is nothing to be proud about. It really isn't. And I'm glad the attorney put her in her freaking place. So at that point, we see the attorney tell Kate that this doesn't look bad as far as him getting out, because this is like him misleading women and could affect his release. And you can be an accomplice because you set him up on these dang on websites. You set him up. As if you was trying to make sure he could scam these women. Well, I don't feel like it's a scam. They know what they're doing. There's other sites like that. And he was like, yeah, but these other sites, they know what's going on. These women could honestly be thinking that they're in a genuine relationship with him, like Kaylee. And so she's like, you know what? I may have gave him like these websites or whatever, but I didn't take it this far. He has to clean it up. It's his monkeys, his circus. Ma'am, you're one of the monkeys. And so is Kaylee. Okay, you're one of the monkeys, and so is Kaylee. Y'all are all a part of his circus, financially taking care of him and everything else. Kaylee's attorney pretty much tells her that a case like this would cost $15,000. She's trying to get him out or whatever. And she's like, oh shit. And she was like, but this is a part of my relationship, taking care of him. I've already spent 5,000 to 6,000, which I know is a lot of money, but that's a part of my commitment. And that's just what it is. And I know that when he gets out, he will bless me tenfold. Bless you tenfold. With what? His peen? Because he ain't about to bless you tenfold with no money or being faithful. And the whole blessed tenfold, girl, this ain't biblical. Like, what are you talking about? Child, when she said that, I said, oh my gosh, so look at these two psycho faces here. And then look at the attorneys. Like, these hoes is stupid. These bitches is stupid. That's the way they looking at them. These faces to this face. Okay. And so both of them are pretty much saying, this is a lot that you're doing. This is a lot. You're being stupid. You're dealing with possibly a professional scammer. And so you need to be careful. The attorneys are telling them both that. Mind you, they still don't know. Now, one thing about it, because I see that y'all saying that she's a redneck, which hopefully that wouldn't be a bad word on here. I am kind of curious at this point, these other women that he's leading on, what is their background? Wouldn't it be interesting if all of the women either have some type of minority background? They're, you know what I'm saying? Like, it makes you wonder. Do y'all think that could be the case? Because I mean, Kaylee is biracial, but you know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't know. Maybe he particularly is going after certain women with certain looks, or whatever the case may be. I don't know. I mean, it's one thing that it could be possible. You don't know. You don't know how they seek out certain women and why they seek out certain women too. You know, but he claimed he actually likes Kaylee. He likes her personality. Yeah, bullshit. I call bullshit. Hey, Dr. Londi. Hey, y'all. I'm like, Kate is a very dangerous woman. She really thinks she's black. She does. You notice that too, right? And isn't that your background, Dr. Londi? Yeah, she does. Because she truly talks about it like it's cute and sipping on her freaking drink, like, you know, like with these sugar mamas. Girl, you're an accomplice, you idiot. For all they know, you could have done this and then you were also getting money too. Which, if you remember a couple of episodes ago, didn't that man say on a recorded line that you are a part of this too? It's your fault. You signed me up for this. Didn't he say something like that on a recorded line? For all we know, Hunt could be setting her up. Seriously. Bless her with that vitamin D. I know Kate is at her house sick, watching her master plan unfold on national TV. Do you feel lucky, Kate? Exactly. The specialist. Kate has network prison babes on her payroll. Spoiler, he's out and he's with Kate. They posted Christmas photos together. Yeah, we'll see. You think he ain't talking to any of those women no more? I don't know. I don't know. I think there is a third lady that is his main chick. See, the thing is, we only see two women on this show. These other women, he still could be talking to them because they weren't on the show. They weren't on the show. Seriously. Licking the swing set slow. Kate is dangerous. Yeah. And she think it's cute. She think it's cute. Exactly. You said I do. What do you think of him playing them both and has a main chick? So you're saying Kate isn't the main chick. Are y'all watching? That's what you're saying? Kate isn't the main chick? I mean, what do I think about it? I think that is definitely possible. I mean, I don't even look at it as in I don't feel sorry for any of them in this situation. I don't, especially with Kate being so proud about, well, I can't afford to take care of you, so let these dumb females take care of you, when you're really the the biggest dummy in the situation. I give it a year. Kate started pinning. Girl, X out that word PIM, yeah, because I could spell it, but I can't say it. What if he's actually married? He may be. He may have a lot going on. He may have kids and everything. We don't know. Kate looks like she's gonna be on an episode of For My Man. First of all, do you see the eyes on both of them? They both look like they cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. If Kate's finances are still the same, heck yeah, he's still talking to other women, right? None of it is sustainable or realistic. Exactly. So at the end, we pretty much see now. I thought this episode was going to be the episode that Kaylee was going to be crying in the car. Because didn't they show us last episode Kaylee crying in the car and looking like she was losing her mind? Guess that's not, I guess we're going to have to wait for that. So either at that point, I'm going to assume at that point she found out about Kate. I am going to assume that that moment when she is screaming and acting a fool in that car, she found out about Kate. And I definitely want to know how she found out about him. I mean about her. Or I'm thinking that he was bold enough to pretty much tell her and said, he's about to get out and be with her. And that's when she loses it. So I'm waiting for that moment because I feel like that would be the only. But then again, she a little special. But I'm gonna assume that all of that crime was because of that. So I'm gonna assume Jello fight to yeah, that's what I was waiting for. Yeah, because they showed that. I thought that was gonna be this episode, but it's not. Crying in the car like Smoke on Friday. Smoke was crying off of that I couldn't even say it, off of the substances. But yeah, you guys, so that was the end of the episode when it comes to Love During Lockup. Like I said, I give it a C minus. I do feel like there are some other things that are definitely about to pop off soon. um this is a filler episode, but I'm waiting. I am waiting to see about this Kaylee Kate, the Hunt and 2K situation. Now that this Tia and Rob situation came up, I want to see how much they show on this show. And I also want to see what is going to be the response from their family, too. Which is why they would have been great for TV if this didn't happen. But eventually, people show their true colors. But considering the fact that her own favorite cousin and Rob's sister are the reason why they're hooked up in the first place, yeah, I want to see a response for them hearing what the hell happened between them. That's what I need to see. That's what I need to know, because they seem like they're a very reasonable couple and seem like if they're not good for each other, they will tell them they're not good for each other. Because even when Tia was spazzing out on the phone about what was really the story on if he was staying in Brooklyn, who he was staying with, they was both looking at her like she was crazy. Like, I didn't think this was the issue. And if you got this many trust issues, then maybe you don't need to be with him. Y'all need to be with each other. So it seems like they're a very reasonable couple. But again, it really does make me wonder, how much does Rob's sister know? So let's see. I hope Kaylee and her pretty girls learn a valuable lesson after she got done having her "he don't love me no more" moment in the car. That truly was a "he don't love me no more" moment. And I need to see exactly what unfolds. The lawyer looked like Seth Bark. Oh my gosh, not on Salt. Um, ooh, this is a big allegedly. This is a big allegedly. Did you hear this somewhere on one of the gossip sites? And don't put the name of the gossip site or the channel if that is the case. But are you saying that based off of someone actually reviewing that? Or okay, a big allegedly. A big allegedly. Cause I'm like, I don't know. Rob's sister is up on game. Her facial expression shows every time. Her facial expression, though, when Tia was pissed off about where Rob was staying, seemed to be more of a concern, like she tripping over something so small. But are y'all watching? Did you hear that from another source, or you're just thinking that's your opinion on the situation? Because then that'll be interesting in itself. But I'm gonna say that is a big allegedly, and not my views, because then it's one thing if the actual gossip sites have been posted about Tia and Rob and they have receipts on it. But yeah, that's a big allegedly. But yeah, you guys, we'll have to see. We will definitely have to see. You know, okay, no worries, no worries. It's just when those type of accusations, you got to put that out there. Or say, in my opinion, or I this is what I think, or my guts. But yeah, but with that, you guys, we'll have to see. But I'm highly disappointed. My whole thing is this: if you just a cheater, you a cheater. I don't think any of us, as much as I love for couples to be able to make it, I don't think any of us are shocked that Rob cheated. You know what I mean? Like, be a cheater all day long. But the DV situation, I don't rock with that. And that's on either side. I just will never be able to respect it, rock with it. I don't play those games. It ain't fun. It ain't cute to me. So I find it interesting, though, that he's still out. And that tells me how much does he really care about his freedom if he did that so soon after he got out after serving a bid for years. That's quite interesting, right? So, with that being said, you guys, I appreciate you guys so much for listening in. Thank you guys. And I will hopefully, maybe I'll do another video today or tonight. If not tomorrow, we got some things to talk about. But maybe they'll actually be members only videos first. Shout out to my members, and then I'll actually post it to the public. I don't know yet, because there's certain things I'm not gonna be able to say. It's just gonna have to be with members where I can feel comfortable. So, with that being said, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you on my next video. Toodles.